Though President Obama claims to have accomplished a lot so far in his first term, many progressives are still frustrated because they say it's not enough. He was on the road in Chicago today touting the revival of the auto industry before heading to another fundraiser tonight. But progressives want to know what happened to the public option, or a strong financial reform bill, or a clean energy bill, or civil liberties. Where did the Fourth Amendment go? Do we still need a warrant for a search and seizure? It's enough to make a lot of progressives, including me, wonder if we might have been better off with President Hillary Clinton. Keith Boykin is a Democratic strategist and the editor of The Daily Voice. Karen Hunter is an MSNBC contributor, journalist, and publisher. Welcome. Karen, let me start with you. I read a partial list there of grievances. Does it make you go, I wonder if we should have gone in a different direction?
No, it absolutely doesn't. And when you say seems to have accomplished a lot, I think basically we're suffering from what I call post-traumatic first African-American president syndrome, where we're not giving this man an opportunity to really, we keep hitting him with all of these things. But the reality is, he's done more in 2 years than any other president since 1930. So let's be really careful about that.
It depends on how you're counting, right? And look, I'm not talking about conservatives who say, he ate his hamburger wrong or he wore the wrong thing down on the Gulf Coast. Those are absurd, right? But when you get to substance stuff, Keith, Fourth Amendment. I mean, look, he's still doing the warrantless wiretapping that Bush was doing. Well, is that the change we voted for?
Well, not everything that Obama promised has come to fruition. We can't deny that. At the same time, I have to agree with Karen that there has been enormous progress that's been made. I worked in the Clinton White House. And by the way, I think Hillary Clinton would have made an excellent president. But I think we made the right choice. The voters made their decision. But we weren't able to get a $19 billion stimulus passed in the Clinton White House in the first year. Obama got a $787 billion stimulus passed.
But we couldn't
totally
get
let me just say that we couldn't get health care reform passed. We got health care reform passed. We couldn't get gays in the military in the Obama administration. Obama's about to change the policy on that. I mean, there's a lot more that's happened here that we're not giving credit for the president.
And you just mentioned Elena Kagan. Elena Kagan. That'll make 2 females on the Supreme Court out of 4 in the history of America. And he's not progressive?
Wait. Would Hillary Clinton have nominated conservatives? No, look, here's my thought, right? Now, I wasn't a big Hillary Clinton supporter. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I voted for Obama, okay? But now I'm having second thoughts because Hillary's strong, and she didn't promise a lot of change. She promised a little bit of change, and I'm wondering if she would have delivered it better. For example, health care, right? Not only did we not get the public option, I'm worried that the core is the same. The system is the same. The financial reform, but that was a whole different situation.
Let me just say this.
And one thing, look, the drug companies, these are my problems. Drug companies got the same thing that they got under Bush, with a total monopoly. We can't even negotiate with them. So
let me just say
I feel like we could have done a little better.
Let me just say something about Hillary Clinton. I like and respect Hillary Clinton, and I think her greatest liability is her greatest asset. I wish President Obama were stronger. I wish he were tougher. I wish he'd fight against the Republicans more. He doesn't do that. I get the impression that Hillary would have done that, and she still would do that if she were president. That's a good thing for progressives like myself. The problem is we live in a very polarizing political atmosphere, and the Republicans have shown complete obstructionism to anything the Democrats try to do. So there's no possibility that with the history of the Bill Clinton presidency that the Republicans would go along with what Hillary Clinton would want to do as well.
Exactly. I don't disagree with that at all. So, Karen, look, he wasn't going to get anything from the Republicans anyway. He didn't get their votes. He doesn't get their support. I think maybe, just maybe, Hillary would have known, I know the Republicans aren't going to support me, so let me go on the attack. That she wouldn't have buckled on Van Jones. She wouldn't have buckled on Acorn. She wouldn't have buckled on Charlie Shrott. I'm not saying I know that for a fact. I'm saying it's possible, and we know Obama did buckle on those things.
We live in the United States of America, and I think most of us are getting sick and tired of this polarization, as Keith just mentioned, of our country. If we don't get it together, we're going to sink with this Titanic. And I think at least I appreciate as an American that Barack Obama tried to reach across the aisle. He tried to get bipartisan cooperation on a lot of these things that he wanted to push through. Yeah, he could have rammed it through. He had the numbers. But that he tried shows that he cares about this country more than he cares about politics. And I like that.
I think what would care about the country is if we actually had financial reform so the banks wouldn't destroy our economy again.
You got to get the Democrats to start acting like Democrats again. The Democrats
and you do that by being a strong leader.
The Democrats in Congress are afraid to stand up and support the president when he tries to put his neck out on the public option or any other issue.
I haven't seen him do that. I haven't seen him do that, so I'd love for him to try and see what happens.
I would like to see him fight harder, but I mean, he's got to have support. He can't do it by himself.
All right. Keith and Karen, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Now let's go to my take at it. Look, I get it. Hillary wouldn't have been a magic bullet either. And I'm sure progressives would have been enormously frustrated with her as well. Don't think I misunderstand that. Yes, her advisors were even more conservative than Obama's in the primaries. Yes, she's probably even more hawkish than Obama. And Senate Republicans thought she was more conservative overall. But she is more experienced. That means she could have ignored her advisors easier. She is strong and might have provided more leadership on some important issues and might have been less reluctant to take on the Republicans. But this is mostly about disillusionment with Obama. Senator Clinton was at least more honest about how much change she was going to try to deliver. If we were going to go for pocket change, with Hillary, we might have gotten a dime instead of the nickel we got with President Obama.